the rain. I paused, a spoon of sweet potatoes lifted halfway to my mouth. What? It's not. Boom.
Yep.
Thunder cracked directly overhead, and water came down as if somebody had turned on a giant faucet directly above me. I was soaked in an instant, my hair sagging all over my face. The can filled with water, floating chunks of sweet potato out onto the ground.
Oh
Leave
no!
it to a Pegasus pony to know. Tossing aside the can, now mostly full of water, I galloped into the shelter of the passenger wagon. Calamity and Velvet Remedy took shelter behind steel hooves as I shook hard, flinging water everywhere. There was a beautiful piercing cry, and the balefire phoenix swooped out into the rain through a shattered window. It landed on the seat next to Velvet Remedy, whose eyes went wide.
We get a little
She
pet.
let out a squeal of delight.
We get a pet.
You've named her Pirelight.
Oh, we
Steel
got a
Hooves
pet.
asked, echoing my own thoughts as Velvet Remedy fed the bird before curling up under her blanket. We've been traveling through the air for a day now, ever since the cloudburst had ended. The balefire phoenix had remained with us, or more precisely, with Velvet Remedy. I, personally, found the name a little morbid. It made me wonder about my friend. We took turns sleeping and watching, passing around my binoculars. So far, nothing had shot at us.
That's a
By now,
good
we had
sign.
a good idea where we were headed.
Or a horrible
It
sign,
was hard
depending.
to miss the giant mountain jutting up over Equestria like one of those spire towers. Once Steelhooves was certain Velvet Remedy was deep asleep, he stepped over me and whispered in my ear, "You should persuade her to spend less time in that memory orb." I looked at Velvet Remedy. In the last 16
She
hours,
addicted?
she disappeared into the Fluttershy memory twice. It was like she had an addiction of her own.
Oh, fuck.
That's not a good memory, Steelhooves rumbled, surprising me. I looked to him, wondering how a non-unicorn could know what the memory was. As if reading my thoughts, he answered bemusedly, "I asked her." Oh. I felt like face-huffing.
That too.
What's wrong with that memory?
I thought he was there. He might have been. I forget what
Fluttershy
the memory is.
wasn't like the others. Rainbow Dash wanted to win the war. Applejack just wanted to protect other ponies, especially after Big Macintosh died. Twilight Sparkle, she wanted to please the princesses, especially Celestia, Steelhooves intoned. But Fluttershy just wanted the war to end. That memory's the moment she put her whole ministry into the purpose of finding a way to end the conflict. And she did. I felt a shudder. In a world where not everyone is sane, it is the height of insanity to believe you could create a weapon so devastating, so horrible, that no one would dare use it.
No!
Oh. No. I looked at Velvet Remedy as she slept. The same urge that made me discard the memory warp from Horseshoe Tower returned, growing in order of magnitude. She loved Fluttershy, modeled herself after the sweet, shy yellow Pegasus pony. She could never, ever learn this. "Wait," I said slowly. "You said no one." His odd word choice reminded me of my first conversation with Watcher. Steelhooves answered dreadfully. "Perhaps the only thing more insane than believing such a weapon would bring peace is creating such a weapon, and then giving it to both sides."
Okay, I paused at a... I was going to pause before that, but then he said that, like, what the fuck? Okay. Nuclear weapons don't start wars. Let's be honest about that. They don't. Well, if someone actually has them, they don't. Mad, mutually assured destruction. I mean, technically, nuclear weapons have stopped more wars than they have ever started or ended. Like, the Cold War never went hot because both sides had nuclear weapons. They would have wiped each other out. Like, Israel, and just surrounded by people that hate them. Like, nuclear weapons have actually kind of helped them out. So, I don't ever ascribe to the idea that nuclear weapons are inherently a bad thing. But the difference is, we knew what nuclear weapons would do. Like, the bomb dropping on Japan showed just how devastating these could be. And we had time years of peace where we could learn more and more about them and what they really did. Because when we dropped the bombs on Japan, if Japan didn't surrender, the U.S. generals were actually planning on marching troops through the bombed-out ruins of Hiroshima and such. Because they didn't know about radiation. The peace, dropping the bombs, gave us the time. We could really learn about it. It's actually a very complicated thing, but wow. Okay. Making the Balefire bomb was not the mistake. Giving it to both sides with no knowledge on its full capabilities was. That's like if the Manhattan Project gave the nuclear bomb to Japan as well as America. Like, no one knew the full ability of the bomb when they dropped it. They didn't know about radiation. They didn't know about anything. And they knew it could wipe out a city, but they also theorized it could destroy the whole planet. Like, so I'm going to say that Fluttershy inventing the Balefire bomb probably was the best way to end the war. Make a couple of them, launch them at the zebra cities. When the zebras see the sheer destructive potential of a Balefire launch, they would be forced to surrender, like Japan did. Giving them to both sides when no one knew the full abilities, because that happened earlier. It was brought up earlier that the zebras and apparently a lot of the ponies thought the radiation stuff would only last a few weeks. It's like when they first deployed the bombs at the end of World War II, they didn't know the full effects. So Fluttershy's mistake was not making the bomb. It was giving it to both sides. Well, he's probably actually going to say some more, so let's actually listen and see what else comes up.
Steelhooves turned to me behind his helmeted visor. That memory. That is the beginning of the end of the world. Ultimately, Fluttershy killed us all.
I can see it.
We were circling the mountain, pushing upwards. It was night, and Calamity was taking the ascent slow as I guided him with my Pitbuck's map. All right, he called back. I was afraid of this. Looks like your friend Watcha lives high enough in the clouds that we'll be above cloud level. We could be okay, but, well, it ain't safe traveling above the clouds. At least nowhere where there's civilization above. Every pony was awake, as was Firelight. We all nodded, readying ourselves. I had no idea what to expect when we pushed through the cloud cover, but I doubted it would be a cheerful welcoming party with smiles and muffins. Calamity flapped his wings, carrying us upward into the cloud curtain. It was like being plunged into a slightly damp fog. All I could see was the rust-colored Pegasus pulling us through the sky, was a hint of his orange tail. A moment later, the Sky Bandit burst up through the cloud curtain, and the night sky expanded infinitely around us with evil stars. A beautiful full moon hung in the sky behind the mountain peak.
I trust that evil was in quotation marks.
Velvet Remedy let out an awe-filled, "Ooh." Firelight gave a musical cry. The jaws of vertigo clamped down around me. My legs went weak, my knees giving out. Irrational panic told me that I would somehow be sucked out of one of the windows and fall endlessly up through space. Maybe one of the stars would get me. I clutched the side of the passenger wagon, looking down at the clouds. That was much better, and just as beautiful. The clouds were laced with silver from the moonlight, glowing with a gentle, calming light. My eyes, it was under E, spotted a glint of metal on one of the cliffs. I asked Calamity to pull us closer. I had expected it was Watcher, or at least another sprite bot. But instead, it was an audio recorder.
Oh, wait, how did you see that?
The Sky Bandit. This had better not be from Watcher, I said, starting to feel a touch pissed. I don't think so, Calamity said from the front of the wagon. I slipped the audio recorder away, looking out to spy what he saw. I kicked on my eyes forward sparkle. Just in time, too.
You should always have that on.
According to my Pitbuck, I had found Dragon Cave. I think maybe your friend sent us up here to get eaten, Velvet Remedy said aloud, staring up at the huge dark opening.
It's Spike, god damn it.
The Sky Bandit lay parked on the cliff behind us. Steelhose was helping Calamity out of the pulling harness. The pit bug data is 200 years old, I assured her nervously. So it was a dragon cave 200 years ago. Any pony could live in there now. Well,
is this a dragon
any
cave
pony
from
with the wings
season
anyway.
1 with the giant red guy?
A freed Calamity trotted up to join us. Well, y'all plan on waiting outside till the sun comes up? Then, just in case we were, I don't recommend it. Velvet Remedy shook her head. Of course not. Little Pip, you go first.
Wow.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Oh, damn.
I
Called
shot her
you
a look.
out.
Well, Watcher is your friend. That remained to be seen. I took a step forward. There was a heavy thud from inside. Something moved in the darkness, coming closer. Something big.
It's Spike. Fucking hell.
Ursa Majors don't grow wings, do they?
Points to you if it's not Spike and it actually is the giant red dragon from season 1. That would be
They?
completely
Velvet
unseen.
Remedy asked nervously, making me want to buck her. Hard. I was frightened enough already. A dragon poked its head out of the cave. A huge, gigantic, fully adult dragon who could easily eat 2 ponies in one bite, even if one of them was steel hooves. 3 if 2 of them were homage and myself. Hello, little Pip. I'm Spike, the dragon said in a voice that was neither as terrifying nor booming as I expected.
I
And
just
don't
got a
worry,
big
I'm not
smile
gonna
on
eat
my
you.
face. Dad, Spike! Okay, pause. 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 Pause!
Dragon.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, we got a few minutes. I could actually make a whole video dedicated to just my thoughts on nuclear weaponry and their impact on politics and warfare, and how they've actually stopped more wars than they ever start, and how they're actually more of a deterrent weapon than they are an actual weapon. Again, the problem that Fluttershy did. Oh, don't give nuclear weapons to both sides when they're in the middle of a war and they've never... nuclear bomb, bellfire bomb, whatever. They're the same shit. They're basically out of context weapons. OCWs, we so call them. And they don't know what the fuck they could do. Again, it's clear that both sides thought that the effects of the bomb would only last a few weeks afterwards if they were ever launched. It was only by pure fucking chance that the CMC decided that, you know what? Let's go overboard with our protection. Let's make these things built to last centuries. Alright, that was pure fucking chance that happened. So, I don't expect there to be a lot left of the rest of the world. Like, no, you gave them to both fucking sides. Like, I understand where she's coming from, where Fluttershy's coming from, but you don't do that! Oh my god. I understand Equestria was turning into a shithole. Don't get me wrong, I understand that. But, god damn, Fluttershy. Oh. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I think Luna's idea of giving the main 6 their own ministry each was a stupid idea. They work best together. Their friendship, their unity is what saved Equestria. If you're going to give them control of like some sort of government apparatus, make it so that they are like a board of directors or something. They all work together. Because that's when they're the strongest. When they're all separated, stuff goes to shit. Stuff goes to shit. We see it in the show. We see it here. And Fluttershy killed everything. God damn it.